Hey guys, Cerise here. Nice to see you. I just want to show you guys what's beautiful about how to rent. Oh, here, let me just change my settings. Cut out as much. But look at that beautiful view. Gorgeous. Got my little garden going here. Right? It's so messy up here. I've been so busy. But here we go. How beautiful is that? And how many of you guys want to come move here? So many. Look at the sky today. There we go. How many of you guys want to move here? Like, how perfect is it here? Hold on 1 minute. I just want to get back to where I was sitting. So, guys, how do you rent out a place here in the Dominican Republic? I'm going to tell you. Oh, Hero. Thinking about changing Hero's name to Rocky Balboa because this little guy is so tough now. I called him Hero because I didn't want to give him a negative name when I wasn't sure if he was actually going to survive or not. Here he is. Now I'm going to call him Rocky probably. Hero. Yes, Hero Balboa. Hero Balboa. See. Okay, guys. A lot of you guys are contacting me about apartments. Thank you very much for trusting me with your vacation here. I really appreciate that. And hold on, let me get settled over here. Who says that they'll be here soon? Hold on, let me get my little glasses on. Living abroad, I'll be there soon. Find me a nice place. I will. Philly Dom, what's up? Here, let me get over here, guys, where the sun is kind of not so much. Okay. How do you guys like these yellow glasses? Okay, so how do you rent a place in the Dominican Republic? Well, there's many ways. And let me see, how's it going? Hey, Philly Dom, pretty good. So Stephen and I, brother from another mother, are going to be going to Santo Domingo in October. Well, that's the plan right now, but you know, and we're looking for an Airbnb to be tranquilo in. So, can you guys tell me, are you getting good reception? And also, can you hear me? Because there's so much traffic going on right now. Alrighty. So, Dominican Republic to the world. Yes, Dominican Republic to the world. Alrighty. So, yes, but let me know, guys, if you can hear me, okay? Now, there's many ways to how to rent out a place in the Dominican Republic. And of course, you know, you can go on Airbnb. Those are rented usually by the day, the week. Also, if you rent it by the month, you're going to get a discount, but you're not going to get a huge discount. And it is possible to talk down some of those landlords. But most times when they're on like Airbnb, it's because they're looking to make some money. Now, one thing that I do is I can promise them a longer time client, and I can promise them revolving clients. So they do put down the prices for me. When I put up a video and I don't put up the prices right away, and a lot of you guys should know this because a lot of you guys are hard on me when I don't have the prices. You guys will be like, oh yeah, another video, no prices. The prices are not there because I am busy talking down the landlord. I feel that maybe the price is too much. I just put up a video today in Sosua, and when I put the video up, I think it was yesterday or something, and I spoke to the landlord and I was like, look, you know, here's your video. How much is it going to be? He told me $700 for the month, and I know that apartment is not worth $700. It stunk in there. It stunk so bad. It was like A dirty old man was living there smoking all day long, and there's no way you can get that out of there, right? So I was hoping he would say like 250 a month, 300 a month, 350 a month, and that would make sense to me because it was old, the furniture's old, and the place stunk, and he had to have known, right? But when he told me 700, I was like, no. So I didn't put the prices up, and because I don't want you guys saying to me, oh, Cerise, you know that place is not worth 700. I know it's not worth 700, but if I don't put the prices up, then some of you guys are like, oh, the prices are not up again, right? And no, I mean, when I put the prices up, it's because they're fair, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the price. But this particular apartment, I contacted the landlord, and I asked him, please come down in the price a little bit. And he's like, well, bring a client in for a year, and I will, hold on one second. Timmins, Ontario. Oh, Canada in the house. Oh, laugh. So, let me look at your name so I can give you a shout. Oh, hold on. Sky Luke. Ah, like Luke Skywalker, but kind of backwards and without the walker. Okay, so anyway, I said to him, I said, can we like do a little bit better with the price, please? And he said to me, bring someone in for a year and I'll give it to them for $400 a month. $400 a month is okay for the place, although again, it smells bad and everything. But if you're gonna stay there for a year, you can paint it. But who wants to stay there for a year? When I know full well, the place is not even worth, like, once you're here, you'll look at that place and you'll be calling me within a month saying, Cerise, do you have anything else? And I could get you something else. I was blown away when he told me 700, and I was haggling with him on Facebook, on Messenger, and I'm like, come on, can you go down a little bit? And then I even sent him some videos that I have, like of really nice places for $650 a month. Totally furnished, overlooking the ocean, beautiful, renovated and clean, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and modern. I sent that to him, and he's like, no, the price is the price. And I was like, all right. And that's when he said, I'll give them a break if they rent it for a year. I don't have time for that. And that's why I put the prices up now, because you guys hassled me on it. So I'm like, all right, here, just take it. Right? But the reason why I put the video up first was so I could show the landlord that the video is getting some attention and that he is going to make a fast nickel instead of a slow dime. There's some people that just don't understand business, and it's a little bit of greediness in my opinion. And I think they could be a little wiser, you know, like a slow nickel. A fast nickel. You're going to get 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, and you're going to get a whole bunch of 5 cents. Or a slow dime, slow 10 cents, you know, slow. You're not going to make much. So you have to have some type of a fair bracket, I believe. And he just wasn't breaking with me. So a lot of the landlords, I promise them, if they go down, they're going to get a lot more respect. They're going to get a lot more clients. They'll get a lot more turnover. And not everyone comes for a year. Not everyone can come for a year. Some people can only come for a month. And even that is difficult for some people because they can only come for a week. And so, anyway, that's my tangent on that apartment. So when you guys see I don't put up a price when I put up the video right away, it's because I am not hassling, I don't want to say that, but I guess it is a little bit of it. I am battling for you guys for a lower price. So we'll see, that video there, hopefully the guy will go down. It's high season coming up. I think the problem is a lot of desperate people who don't know, they go on Airbnb and they look at that apartment, they think it looks all great and all dandy, and then they'll pay the high price. Now for a low price, okay, it stinks, paint the walls. For a low price, okay, use diffuser, spray when you're in there, change some of this bed sheets and everything, do your little decor and everything like that. It's cheap, it's worth it. But $700? Look, I thought I was finished that tangent, and I'm obviously not finished that tangent, but the thing is this, a lot of the times you guys will go on Airbnb and you guys will look at prices and think you're getting a really good price, and then when you arrive here, it's like, oh my gosh, maybe you should have went with something different. And and I'm not saying all the apartments that I show are perfect, because some of them are very low budget, and then some of them are luxury. I go all the way from bottom to the top because I want to make sure that I help people with their budgets. I want to make sure that no matter what your budget is, I'm going to help you get a place here. Some of you think that the Dominican Republic is a lot cheaper than what it is. So sometimes, let me give you an example. Let me give you a breakdown of the cheap, the low budget, and what you get for the low budget, and then what you will get for the luxury apartments. Okay, because sometimes it's better to pay a couple of $100 extra bucks. Oh my gosh, this view is so beautiful that I'm looking at. Let me just show you guys one more time before I get into this hot and heavy. Okay, now is this chipping a lot, you guys? Let me know, because I don't want it to chip too much. I noticed the other day it was chipping a lot. And Alfonso, hey, we're looking to come soon. Are you able to help us? Absolutely, just give me a shout. And Lizette, hola Cerise, stay safe, thank you sweetheart. Okay, so now I'm gonna break down luxury compared to low budget, okay? Because, hold on guys. There's always something going on with my videos. There we go. I have it on a stand right now, so would you guys please tell me, can you actually, am I getting good reception here? What in the world? Holy smoly. Hold on. Okay, I got it. It's a little bit tilted, but that's all right. I'll go like this. Actually, I'll just leave it alone. Okay, so low budget. Let's talk about the low budget first, because that's the most common one, and that's what most of you guys are looking for. That's what I would be looking for. That's what I was looking for when I first came here. So low budget can be anywhere, talking about price and what you get for it. You can get something for, and they're very few and far between. I videoed one yesterday for $195 a month for a studio. It's humble, but it's $195, and it comes with a TV, comes with a mini kitchen, it comes with a bathroom, it comes with a little stand that you can put your stuff on. It also comes with a closet, a bed, free Wi-Fi and cable. Okay, so I think that's a really good deal, $195. That's low budget. It's right in downtown Sosua. I was going to say downtown Toronto. Downtown Sosua. And it's near everything that you would need, near beaches, near grocery stores, and everything. Okay, most of the places, doesn't matter if it's luxury or if it's low budget, I always make sure that it is in an area that you can easily walk to get to places. If you're a walker, or if you need motor concho, then you'll be able to get motor concho like this. Or if you're into like the guagua, which is the public bus, or if you're into the public car, which is like Uber Pool. Okay, most of the apartments that I video, doesn't matter if they're luxury or low budget, they're all going to be in a certain area. Now, in Sosua, the lower budget ones are usually, they will usually come with Wi-Fi and stuff of that nature in Sosua, most times. Sosua it just has that flex anyway, right? It just knows that a lot of you guys are coming, and they know that you guys want your Wi-Fi, and they know that a lot of you guys want your TV. So in Sosua, it's a little different in Cabarete. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So actually, let's just talk about low budget Sosua first. Then I'll get to low budget Cabarete. Then I'll do high budget Sosua, and then high budget Cabarete. Okay, this is just coming off all the top of my head. I was just thinking about this video minutes before I started it, because a lot of you guys are now contacting me to come down. High season is coming, and a lot of you guys don't even realize what high season is. So high season is between October, November to April, May. Okay, and that means that the prices are going to be higher. High season. It means people are coming here at a higher abundance. People are coming here and the flights are going to be higher. So just think about it that way. If you say to yourself, what's high season? It just means that it's a more popular time to come. Now, low season is going to be lower price because there's less people coming and there's less going on. It's summertime during low season from May to around October. So right now we are going into October. That is high season. Expect the prices to go up at least by 50 or more, right? But that's where my job comes in at. I like to keep the prices stable. I like to just say, okay, it's high season, it's high season. Like if you have a client to put into your place for a whole month, instead of messing with this Airbnb thing, you don't know. I say this to the landlords. I say, you know what? Keep the prices the same in high season, low season, please. Unless you want to go on Airbnb and play with, you know, whether you're going to have a client for 2 days or have a client for 1 week and then 1 week no client. Make the price the same price as it is in high season, low season for me, and I can bring someone in there for a month. And I usually do months. A lot of you guys will contact me for like days, and I tell you no. I tell you it's best for you to contact Airbnb because there's no way I can get you a break on a day. If there's a place for 45 bucks, take it. I can get you a place for 35 bucks, but if you got a really nice place for 45 bucks, take it. It's the smartest thing to do because no landlord is going to give me half that price for a day. The reason why is because they have to go in afterwards and they also have to pay for a cleaner after you leave and all that other stuff, okay? So I really work with the landlords like that. But when it comes to the monthly rates, that's when I work for you guys. Low budget. Now, I can get you something for $250. There's not a lot of them. Like I said, there's one for $195. But that is a special one, and there's not a lot for $195 at all. Actually, the one that I videoed yesterday that's for $195, I'll be uploading it tomorrow. That one there actually has another house, another apartment attached to it, which is a large 1-bedroom, and you can rent out both of them, which makes it a 2-bedroom with a balcony and everything for 400 bucks. $450 a month. And I thought that was like way cool. Wait till you guys see this video tomorrow that I'm going to upload in this place, and I think you'll agree with me. It's a little humble video. I mean, it's a little humble place, but you know what? The landlord is on point. He's not greedy, and he's not trying to grab all kinds of dollars from your pockets just because you guys are American and Canadian. This particular man is Canadian, and he's been here for 12 years. So he knows how the market runs, and he's not trying to be greedy at all. And I like that. And I love it. I asked him how long he was here for, and he said to me 12 years. And then he said to me, and you know what? When I'm going to die here, they're going to be taking me out of here in a bottle. And I was like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, and then they're going to plant me in a field of weed. I was like, okay, that sounds like a Canadian. So anyway, low budget. What you can expect in Sosua for low budget. Most times you will get Wi-Fi for low budget. Most times you will get flat screen TV, totally furnished and everything, okay? And the prices will range from $195 up to luxury prices. But low price, I feel low cost is $450 and under. When we get to 500, that's when it's like, okay, I can get you something nice for 500. It depends on what's available. When you're talking about 700, you're good. You're talking about luxury. 750, and not only in Sosua but also here. Okay, now in Sosua, it's a lot more. Most of the places that are there, there's a lot of foreigners that own those places as well. Don't get me wrong, a lot of Dominicans own places there as well, but Sosua is a little bit of a different animal because it is way more expatish, meaning foreigner friendly. Not that Cabarete is not. Cabarete is foreigner friendly, but the places that I have here in Cabarete are a little more bit different, but I'm going to get to that. So Sosua, you have your landlords that are, a lot of them are foreigners, and a lot of them are looking to make $1. The ones, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. They bought their property and they're keeping it as a passive income. So their prices will be a little bit higher, a little bit. The landlords that are Dominican in Sosua, most of their places don't come with, most of their places, okay? Most. But I work with landlords that, most of them in Sosua, it comes with Wi-Fi, cable, okay? And so that's that. Low budget, you can get it in Sosua very easily. If you go on Airbnb, you might not be able to, but you can talk them down if you know how to do it. I talk them down because they know that I'm going to bring them in clients over and over and over again. So they're willing to sacrifice their bottom line. Hold on, I'm going to turn the light on here. So they're willing to sacrifice their bottom line, their bottom dollar. And so, because they know that they're not going to lose out on anything. Now, if you're trying to hustle them down and everything like that, they may say to you, no. The reason why is because you're only one person, and they know that they can get a lot more in 1 month out of that Airbnb. I don't know if I'm making sense here, because the next month they may not be able to rent it out because of different things going on. But with me, I will be able to rent it out to them the next month. So that's the reason why they work. You're going to get hot water. Most times you're going to get the Wi-Fi. Most times you're going to get cable, fully furnished. But then there's some places, like my place here where I'm at right now, it didn't come with Wi-Fi. It didn't come with hot water. It did not come with cable. It didn't come with the TV. It was simply furnished. And now that I want my hot water, there's a few issues going on, but I have to be patient. The guy lives in New York. He's a very young guy, and you know, I don't want to let him down. So at first I had to deal with electricity problems. I'm the first person that's ever lived here. So the guy didn't know that there was going to be electricity problems. The guy didn't know that there was going to be water problems. This place was leaking when I moved in, and this place was now leaking below. Just the other day, they had to come in and they had to do everything. But I'm being patient because I know the ropes now, and I know that this guy that owns this place, he doesn't live here. He lives in New York, and he doesn't know what's going on. He wasn't here when it was built. He's only 28 years old, and I'm proud of him for having something here. And so I'm going to do my part staying here. And plus, truth be told, I'm tired of moving. I'm tired of moving, and truth be told, I'm comfortable where I'm at. So until all the problems are worked out, I'll be patient. Now, low budget is here in Cabarete. I have a handle on a lot of Dominican places in Callejon de la Loma, on the main road, also in the back over here. And they are Dominican owned, and they are great places, like a 2-bedroom house that I put one woman in. And down the street here, 2-bedroom house, and she pays, I think, $300 a month or $350 a month. And that does come with a flat screen TV and everything, but she had to get her own internet. A lot of the times when you're renting, and you have to be cool with it. So like you might have to sacrifice your hot water. You might have to sacrifice your internet. But there's ways around that if you're coming for a long time. If you're coming long term, I would suggest that you take a place that just has its furniture, because that's the most expensive thing. You need internet? Do what I do. Go to Altis, get the plug and play. It's like that little white box like this, and it's $20 a month. You plug it in, and that's what I use to upload everything. I have it on my smart TV in my bedroom. I watch TV all day. Well, I don't watch TV all day long. Not at all. But sometimes when I'm going to sleep at night, I like to, have the TV watch me sometimes. So, Noche, ven aquí. She's digging in the garden. So with that internet, it's convenient for me, $20. So if you're coming here long term and you want low rent, the key is to get something in the native area because it is safe. A lot of you guys are like, you want to come here and you want to live, and you only have a small budget, but you want something in a residential area, you want something with hot water, you want something with Wi-Fi, you want something with cable, you want something that's right downtown, you want something overlooking the beach, and you really have this skewed idea of what you can get. And I can work some magic sometimes, I really can, but for the most part, you guys have to sacrifice something. Like, and you can get hot water as well. How do you get hot water? You just buy the tank and you get someone to put it in. Your electricity may go up a little bit, but not by much. I had hot water in Sosua, and my electricity was around the same as it is here. My electricity last month was 600 pesos, 12 bucks here. And my electricity in Sosua was around the same conditioning. And you have a low budget and you're going to move here for a long time, then get yourself a place that has a lot of breeze going through. I don't need air conditioning in this apartment at all because there's big windows downstairs and I just leave it all open, and then there's a lot of breeze coming in from the ocean, so I don't need air conditioner. And that's something that I sacrificed. So for me to have low rent here and to be able to look over the ocean and have a comfortable place, I sacrificed hot water, I sacrificed air conditioning, and I also sacrificed Wi-Fi and cable. I don't watch a lot of cable anyway. I don't watch a lot of TV, like I just said. The TV watches me, so I wouldn't expect to have cable. I have a smart TV, and so whatever programs I want to watch, I watch on YouTube. That is my go-to. Anything I want to research, anything I want to watch, YouTube is my favorite channel. I don't even know what's on cable these days. So if you guys are like that, then your best thing to do is to be able to humble yourself a little bit. And don't be so afraid of the Dominican Republic. A lot of you guys are like, I want somewhere safe. I never get that. I never understand that. And you guys will say that to me. Almost like 5 out of 10 people will say, I just want somewhere safe. Well, you live in North America, most of you, and how safe is that? I mean, Toronto had, before I moved here, Toronto had some guy go up and down the streets in a van and killed how many people on the street and just knocked them all over. I've never heard about that happening here. Gunshots in schools, killing children and teachers and all that stuff. I've never heard about that happening here. Yes, people do go missing here, but that's because they are making certain questionable choices and they're going with certain people down certain seedy areas. Maybe they're going swimming by themselves, or maybe they're drinking and they're getting lost. Of course, there's people that go missing all around the world, but because this island is small, it just gets out there a lot more, and a lot of the times it's a foreigner that goes missing, so of course it hits the news. And how many times, let me ask you guys this, how many times in 1 year do you hear of people going missing? Maybe a handful. So we really have to use our common sense when we ask for a safe place. If you are in the expat area where most of these apartments are that I get for you, all of them, you're safe. I don't live in a gated community at all. Yes, I have a gate outside of my house, no one can come into, and I have double doors, and I have the police station right here. All I have to do is just scream off my balcony and the police will hear me in the middle of the night or day. So that's my form of security. I feel like when people are looking for something, when they're like, I just want something secure, it's like sleeping with a knife underneath your pillow and someone breaks in and you're just handing them over a weapon, right? It's a false sense of security. A knife under your pillow, dude. Okay, now I'm just on that tangent because that's one of the main questions you guys ask. And I just want to say, the Dominican business, nobody's going to mind it for you. And if you are in an expat area, for those of you who don't know what expat means, it means expatriate. It means foreigner, so to speak, right? So if you're in a foreigner area, a tourist area, you are going to encounter 3 different forms of police. 3, okay? There's even police for tourism here, Sestor. So they're on the ball here, and they're used to people coming here, and they're used to people renting. It's not strange to the politicians or to the police or to the residents of this island. They know that it's a big tourist spot and a big vacation spot. So they do their best to protect us, absolutely. You might get a few people hassle you on the beach for a couple of bucks. That's normal. You might get a couple of people trying to sell you something or wanting to help you with something for a couple of bucks. That's normal. It really is. But right, I want you to get that out of your head. I want you to realize that you need to follow your heart. You can't come here without fear. And you still have that fear in you. I did when I first came here. I wasn't about to stay in a regular home. I didn't know what was going on. And I opted for a residential area with the gate out front and a guard. But every single time I went out front, I saw that the guard was chit-chatting with someone. The gun was all rusty. And anyone could come in and out. It was guest friendly. And I was like, well, this isn't really private, right? And that's not for every residential place. Some residential places are very, very strict, and you can't even bring a guest in not because it's not safe, but because a lot of the residents there are fearful. So they want to make sure that they respect all the other people who want their private security, if you know what I'm saying. So once you do get here, right, you might want to rent a place, a residential place, expensive and not so low budget, like medium of the line, for a good month. And after that, feel your way through if you're going to be staying longer. And you might be able to get something a lot cheaper in the native area, hook up your own Wi-Fi, hook up your own cable, whatever, get your own TV or whatever. Most times it comes with the TV anyway, and chill, relax. So again, if you're willing to do that, you're going to cut your costs quite a lot for your budget, for your rent. Absolutely. Let me see if you guys have any questions here before I go on. Quad. Reception okay. Oh, thank you. Sky Blue, yes. We'll be down there, Sky Blue, we'll be down there in DR once the mandatory 14-day lockup in Canada. I know, Canada's still locking people up, and Canada is talking about the cases are going back up again. It's flu season in Canada right now. September, October is flu season. That's why the numbers are going up, because it's just logical. Okay, before I go on to the other questions, let me just, again, in Sosua, chances are with a low budget, you're going to get Wi-Fi, you're going to get, okay? There are a few places in Sosua that are empty, and you can just move in there and move your own furniture in. If you're going to be moving in long term, then you'll get it a lot cheaper. There's some places where if it's empty, you can ask them to put the furniture in for you, and they will, but then they'll rent it out to you at a higher price, okay? So if you're looking for something really, really to sacrifice something, either you're going to have to get your own Wi-Fi, you're going to have to get your own cable, you're going to have to get your own furniture and stuff like that. You're not going to get anywhere on the water for $300, $200 a month, fully loaded. Get that out of your head, please. I have so many people contact me about the same thing, and I have to tell them, okay, I can get you something walking distance to the beach. That's not a problem. Within 10 minutes, or motor concho, 3 minutes, very close to the beach, near in Sosua, Playa Sosua. I can definitely get you something on Pedro Placente as well on the main strip. Near Ondi, near Plaza Europa, near all those main places. I can get you a place, no problem. But you're going to be looking at anywhere from $350 up to about $650, okay, for a 2-bedroom. $350 for a 1-bedroom at times. But most times, especially lately, the prices have been going back up to $400. Now, when it's pretty much the same. But I have my handle on a lot of Dominicans that are very grateful for when you guys come and you rent, and so they will rent it out, low cost. But again, you have to get your own. Sometimes there is hot water, but you have to get your own cable, and you have to get your own Wi-Fi. And again, it's not difficult. I always tell people, Why spend 200 bucks more a month just because someone has cable and Wi-Fi? Cut your costs and go get your own Wi-Fi. Even if you're only going to be here for 1 month, go get your own Wi-Fi. It only costs 20 bucks to go get that machine and just plug it in to the wall. And that's it. You're good. You can even take it to your favorite Dominican restaurant and use it all day long and have other people use it all day long. And your friends and everything in your favorite Dominican restaurant. Most Dominican restaurants, they don't have free Wi-Fi. And along here, or like along here in Cabarete or in Sosua. Okay, so that is another convenient point about internet, right? So sometimes it's best just to hook yourself up. And to get Maltese, and tell them I sent you. If you're in Sosua, go to that one and tell them I sent you. And they will know, just tell them you want the white box. Get the fast speed, which is a little bit more, or you can get the speed that I have, which is 20 bucks a month, and it's convenient for me. So now let's get back here to Cabarete. Cabarete is very much the same when it comes to Sosua, very expat friendly, very foreigner friendly. And also, aside from that, it has a beach front as well. So it's a beach town as well. Now, the difference between the two beaches is Cabarete actually has a nightlife when we're not in quarantine. And it goes on. Like there's Ojos, there's Boy, there's Kahuna, there's Onyos, I believe it's called. There's discos at nighttime here on the beach. The beach is lit. Like, it is awesome. Playa Sosua shuts down. Usually from in the 7 to 8, it gets kind of dry. Hopefully Willie will change that. I think it's very essential for Sosua to have a beach life at night and like a nightlife on the beach. It just makes sense. Why not? It's such a beautiful place to go, and at nighttime it's such a beautiful beach to be in. I don't know why that the nighttime, the with the new, like, well, obviously it's COVID, and the new president just came in, and the new mayor just came in, both during lockdown. So there's very little that they can do with the nighttime plans, but hopefully in the next year or so they'll be able to change that up. I know the president right now is doing a lot for Santiago and Puerto Plata, putting together a road that they can travel on a lot better, and then also he's doing a lot for Samana and everything like that. He's really doing a lot for the Dominicans as well, making sure that the Dominicans also get discounted prices to their own hotels. And I love that too, because he's not just about tourism and about greed, he's actually about the people as well. So that's a pretty good point as well about this new president. And Willie, shouts out Willie, and Sosua is doing great things with Sosua. Sosua is cleaner now, and there's little things that he's doing to make it change. And I really appreciate that. You can see the difference in the Sosua streets on Pedro Placente. They're a lot cleaner now than they were before. So again, with the low budget here in Cabarete, most times you're going to have to sacrifice the internet, but it just makes sense. Why pay more just for internet when you can go get your own internet for, like, again, 20 bucks a month, and you are dealing with your budget apartment? Okay, I encourage that. I really do. This one woman that rented here from me in Cabarete, the 2-bedroom house I was telling you about earlier, she came here her first day. I said to her she needed the internet, and I told her just go to Altice and take your passport and go get a box. And she went on a motor concho, and she went and she did it all in one day. She picked it up and she went right back and she plugged it in, and it was good to go. You don't have to worry about them coming in and putting a satellite in. You don't have to put down $100 down payment like you have to do with Delancer and Claro for your home internet. Okay? Now, when it comes to cell phones and everything, that's a whole different animal, and that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. But there is cheap internet, and I'll make another video about that later. But again, with the internet, the plug-and-play one, you can just take that to wherever you're going, and it's going to work the same way wherever you're going as it would in the house where you're at. Okay? So those are just the different little ways that you can sacrifice and get a cheaper place. A lot of you guys are like, what you'll say to me is, okay, I'll raise my rent a little bit, because I'll tell you guys, I'll say, no, you're not going to get all that, what you want on the beach and everything like that for $300. Like, for instance, what some people are asking me for on the beach in Cabarete, it costs $2,000. Right? Like, what? And so I tell them that. I'm like, I can get you a place for $2,000. And they're like, well, that's not really my budget. And I'm like, I know that. That's not really anyone's budget, right? I'm just trying to give them an example of how they can cut their costs. And I can get them somewhere on the beach, like the cheapest that I can get you on the beach with everything, hot water, Wi-Fi, flat screen TV, cable, overlooking the ocean and pool. The cheapest I can get you is $750 here in Cabarete. And in Sosua, I can get you for $650, but without a pool, right? Overlooking the ocean and everything. Sosua is a little bit more, it's a little different, but that's the difference, okay? So when we're talking about luxury, I think when we're talking about luxury, you don't want to sacrifice anything. You don't have to sacrifice anything, because when you think about luxury, it's everything you want and more. So yes, luxury place, you can get anywhere from $750 right up to the thousands. Casa Linda, where you can get yourself a private pool. There, I can get you a place times $1,200, sometimes $1,500. It really depends. For a 4-bedroom, sometimes $2,000. It really depends on the owner. And I don't work with the office in Casa Linda. I should, because I pretty much know a couple of people there, but I don't. I work with private owners, and the reason why is because those pay price, and that's it. There's not much wiggle room for them, because they have to make their commission as well, understandably so. So that's why I work with owners primarily. A lot of management companies as well I'll work with, but that's only if they can actually, if they're willing to take a cut on their commission, right? So like, for instance, if I'm working with a management company and it's like, I'm talking to the owner of the management company, I'm not talking to the employees of the management company, because they have no wiggle room. But the owner of the management company does, and I'll just say to them, listen, I can bring someone in for a month instead of just a couple of weeks or 1 week. And if I bring someone in for a month, you're still going to get your commission. And then they usually say yes. They will usually wiggle. Except for this guy yesterday. I videoed his place last week, and I was thinking about putting the video up, and I finally put it up. I guess today. There's just no wiggle room unless you're staying for a whole year in his place. Anyway, I'm not going to go back on that tangent. But yeah, like I work with owners, and the owners are, I can talk them down, and most of the people here that I work with the luxury apartments and condominiums, they don't live here. And some of them, most of them, are Dominican. They love their country. They moved to America many, many years ago, and now land that was their family's and was given to them, or they heard about something being built and they had enough money to invest in a cheap property, inexpensive property here, and now they use it as an Airbnb until they're ready to come back and retire. So if you're in New York and you have a property here, give me a shout. I will help you rent out your place. Now, there's no promises, because it really depends on what your place looks like, and it really depends on what you're willing to rent it out for. It really depends on how good you are as a landlord as well, because some people are just like, they don't want to fix anything, they don't want to get anything done. Like today, they were supposed to put my boom in or something, I forget what it's called, boomba or something, right, to bring the water pressure upstairs here, and I've been waiting for it for 4 months. But it's not the landlord's fault. Again, he wasn't here, but it's the people who are working for him, and I actually complained on the first person, and he changed the person out like that, and he brought someone new in. Now, the person that he brought in that's new is very young, and that person is trying very hard because he dropped the ball today. He told me yesterday, Cerise, don't worry. I'm going to come in and I'm going to make sure that you're going to have the water that you need so you can clean your house and do your laundry and do your showering. I mean, there was times when I didn't have any water to shower and stuff like that, but this is an ongoing issue. Some of you guys know that I have experienced here, so I'm used to it now. You know, and it doesn't happen often here, but it's happened often enough for them to have to agree to put in a Boomba. Now I'm waiting for this to be put in, and they dropped the ball today. They told me they're going to come put it in. He told me, don't worry about it, I'll be there, and no communication today at all. Nothing. So, and I've been home since 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I've been home since 3:30 in the afternoon today. So, and I left at 1, right? Because I worked from home this morning and everything, and I had to go to Sosua quickly. Then I had to come back here and meet someone to take them to the bank, to get them all acquainted with the people there and everything. So that's a little annoying, but those are sometimes little things that we have to be patient with, especially if we, you know, once we understand certain things. Anyway, I went off, I digress. But if you are somebody who really wants to cut your costs, then expect to get your own hot water. Okay, luxury apartments, there's so many of them, and they are all over the place, and you can get some really beautiful houses outside of residential areas. There is a 5-bedroom villa that I know of that's not in a residential area. It's huge, it's like a little mansion. It's so beautiful. I did a video on it before, and it goes for $1,900 a month, $1,900 a month, and it's in Playa Laguna, and it's so walking distance to the beach, and it has its own private pool. Casa Linda is nowhere close to the beach, just to let you guys know that. You have to go all the way down a little hill. You have to go all the way through El Bate. You can't walk to the beach from Casa Linda unless you are a walker. But granted, not to put Casa Linda down because they don't promote beaches, they do have a shuttle bus for free when you're staying in Casa Linda, and if you don't have a vehicle, you will be able to get around on the shuttle bus as long as you're a resident there. It's not a problem, and it will take you all the way here to Cabarete, or it will take you to, I think, Puerto Plata. Don't mark my words, but I'm pretty sure. But I do know for sure that it will take you right down the hill and straight to Playa Sosua, and you can just do all your little meandering around and everything like that, and they'll tell you what time the bus is coming back, and then it will pick you up and it will take you back to Casa Linda. Or you can take a motor concho on your own, or you know, if you have a driver or whatever. So there's different brackets of luxury as well. You can go to, like, for instance, Perla Marina and get a really nice place for $1,500 a month, 3-bedroom, private pool, gated community, but it's still a little different than Hispaniola and also Casa Linda. Speaking of Hispaniola now, it's not that I'm comparing Hispaniola and Casa Linda, but both of those are nice places. Both places, when you rent in Hispaniola, you're going to get a private pool. When you rent in Casa Linda, you're going to get a private pool. Like, the pool comes with the house, and but the one thing about Hispaniola is you can walk to Hispaniola Villas, not Hispaniola Sol. Hispaniola Sol is on the beach, but it's a little farther away from, like, center of Sosua. So Hispaniola, you can definitely walk to the beach very easily. If you're wondering, it's just my first Airbnb when I was here was Hispaniola, and I forget how much I paid for the week, but it was a great place. I was there by myself, and it was my first time here. I came all by myself. I didn't know anybody here. I came to edit my book, and I was right down the street from the beach, and I just walked 10 minutes, and you're at Playa Sosua. So remember, Hispaniola Villas, you can definitely get around very easy, and if you want your private pool and you want a nice villa, that's probably the most convenient place for luxury. Now, I don't deal with the office there. I have spoken to the office there before, but there's no way that they'll come down in price either. And excuse my language here, I get, like, so totally involved when someone raises the prices, and I know that it's too expensive. expensive. And I'll be like, why is this so expensive? That doesn't make sense when right down the street it's this price. And so I haggle. I guess I do, and I do. And so, Hispanola's not having it at the front gate, and neither is Casa Linda at the front gate, and neither is the Victorian at the front gate. And most of these places, they're just not having it. But most of these places are also owned by owners. So these houses, for instance, if you buy a house in Casa Linda, and you contact me to rent it out for you, I'm going to ask you to rent it out a little cheaper than what the office will rent it out for. Because what's the difference if my client comes to me or goes to the office? I want my client to come to me because I want to give them that little bit of a that does own something in one of those residential areas. I am going to ask you to go down in price a little bit, not to where it's going to cut your bottom line or take out of your pocket, because remember, you're going to get a client for a month. I'm not just giving you a client for 2-3 days like Airbnb or for 1 week or anything of that nature, and a lot of you guys that contact me for like a day or 2 days or even 5 days, I'm like, no, go on Airbnb. And I'm very honest about it because it's not worth the landlord's problems, and it's not worth me hustling them and hassling them and haggling them just for 5 days. And you guys can just go to a hotel or go get your own all-inclusive. If you're coming for a week, get an all-inclusive. That makes more sense. And then just walk around Sosua, right? Or here in Cabarete. It makes more sense to me. And I'm just being honest with you. It's not that I don't want to do business. I always want to do business. But it's just I want to be honest with you guys. I don't want to... And plus I charge a service fee, right? My service fees went up as well. They were going to go up to $75 before COVID because, it was 50, but I didn't put them up, so now I'm putting them up, so to 60, 65, and, so it really depends on the place and how long you're staying for and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a place for 5 days, I'm not going to take $60 from you because it doesn't make sense. That's probably 1 day's rent. If you get what I'm saying, because most places here that I could get for you for a day is like anywhere between $25, sometimes 15 for a studio, $15, $25, $45, and then I just put up a video yesterday. I thought the guy was going to do month because I went and I did the video for him, and I suggested to him that his place is worth about $500 to $600 a month because it's a 2-bedroom, but it's missing a stove and stuff like that. So I gave him a suggestion, and he took his own suggestion, and now he told me that he's only going to do by the week and also by the day. But that's fine because do it. But I rather prefer to do by month because it even works out better. Like for instance, some of you guys might want to come and stay at the Victorian over here in Cabarete for 1 week. And it might cost $46 a day right now with COVID and stuff. But some landlords will charge $80 a day, $90 a day, whatever. And then when it adds up, by the end of the 2 weeks, you're paying more than it would be for a month. So I often say to you guys, book it for a month through me. Even if you're not going to stay a month, you're still going to get it a lot cheaper than you would paying daily rate or weekly rate. I don't know if that makes sense to you. A lot of the times, I just feel like, being honest with you guys is the main thing to do because a lot of you guys really don't know, and I don't want to mislead you, and I don't want you to come here and be like, oh, well, I could have got this for that. I want you guys to be aware that you can get something cheaper by paying for a month. You can still hand in the keys after 2 weeks and say, okay, I decided to leave. You give the keys back to the landlord. You pay whatever cost you have to pay for electricity or whatever, and you go. And that's it. You're good. And that's another little trick, too, that you guys should try to figure out as well. Now, Hispaniola is not the same. Casa Linda is not the same. Those other places, they're not the same. But, again, there is a way that you can get a little cheaper. I work with a few people that own places in Hispaniola, and they're like, no way, Cerise, because I know you're a bargain hunter, and I'm not willing to take my prices down that low. And I respect them for that. I won't lie. I respect them for that. It is still respect them for their business, right? I mean, they spent their money on their place. Why shouldn't they get what they clips? What I will ask you guys for as well, when you rent from me, very, very important, please, very common questions I'll get on WhatsApp. You guys will message me and you'll say, hey Cerise, I'm coming to the Dominican Republic. You guys, I think it's getting kind of dark up here. I'm not even able to see over there right now. I'm going to carry you downstairs with me. Look at these guys sleeping. Come on, baby. Okay, let's see what happens with the connection. I'll come back up and turn the lights out. Look at how dark it is. That quickly. Usually it's dark here by 7 o'clock. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Don't be scared. Okay. There we go. Whew. Can you see me? The light on. I think that's a little better. Okay. So, did I leave here my glasses? Okay, so contact me and you'll say, hi Cerise, I'm coming to the Dominican Republic and I want you to help me find an apartment. Hands down, I can do that for you. So that means like Puerto Plata in Puerto Plata City and Puerto Plata Province. So Sosua is in Puerto Plata. Cabarete is in Puerto Plata, but then you have downtown Puerto Plata, like the city of Puerto Plata, okay? So when you guys say to meet Puerto Plata, I automatically think it is the little city part. And then we have Sosua, and then we have also here in Cabarete. Now in Sosua, there are a lot of options, like for instance, Casa Linda, Espanola, La Mulata. Those are all up hills. There's Panorama. Those are all up the hills, but they're still located in Sosua. Okay. Now I specialize in those areas where I will say to you, when you tell me you want an apartment, I will say to you, when are you coming? Most important thing, I need to know when you're coming. How long you're staying. Other most important thing. Third thing I will ask you is, what is your budget? Because I can send you videos for days till the cows come home. But those apartments may not be available when you come. When you come, the apartments might be rented out. So a lot of you will say, okay, I don't know when I'm coming, but somewhere in December. December is right now, and say, okay, you can have this one in December because it might not be available. If you know your exact date and you know you're coming December 12th, let's say, or let's say my birthday, December 20th, right? Let's say you're coming December 20th for my birthday or for Christmas. Then I will get you to send a deposit so you can hold it for yourself, especially if you already have yourself booked on a flight, and especially if you know how long you're staying for. That is the magic right there. That's when we can work together. That's when I have all the information that I need, like in your budget. I can send you videos on $2,000 condos or $2,000 villas or whatever, and it doesn't fit your budget. Why am I sending you those videos? It doesn't make sense. I'm wasting your time and also my time. And also the landlord's time, because before I even send you a video, I have to contact the landlord. I'm saying there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I want to help you guys. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have your dates, contact me. Still contact me, because I love knowing all you guys. Still contact me, hit me up, and let me know you're still coming, and we'll stay in contact until you have your dates. You're never bothering me at all. Some of you guys will be like, Cerise, I saw you were online, because on WhatsApp you can see when someone was last on, if they choose to have that option, and I do have that option, right? I'm not hiding anything, but a lot of the times I'm just on there answering a certain question, or I'm helping one client to get in somewhere, or a few many clients, and a lot of the times, if I know you're not coming for another 3 months, your message is important to me, but not as important as the other person that's coming tomorrow or next week or even next month, right? So, and I get hundreds a day. I wake up to a lot of messages. Hold on, I'm gonna close that door over there, okay? Hold on one second, guys. Look at this guy. He just stays in my hands. Oh, there's a little boy. Who is he? Who is this little boy? Who is he? Noach. Oh my gosh, they love each other now. Come here, baby. There's no Jay. Just quick pause for the cause, because I don't want to make her. Oh, there's a little girl. Huh? Where's that little girl? Yes. Okay, you went up here too? Gotta make sure she doesn't get jealous, right? So, look at this. She'll be a baby for only a minute. Okay, so, yes, hit me up still if you don't have your dates. I forget where I was now. But hit me up still if you don't have your dates. That's fine. But don't get upset if you see me online and I'm not answering your question right away. It just means that I know what you want, and I see your messages there, and I'll get to it when I can. Usually about a 24-hour period, I'll get back to you for sure. No longer than a 48-hour period. If I'm not back to you within a 48-hour period, it means that your name went all the way down to the bottom of the list, and I'm really busy, and I encourage you, please, to hit me back up again. Just be like, hey, Cerise, don't forget about me, or just be like, hey, Cerise, I'm bothering you because blah, blah, blah. And you're not bothering me. I'm just being sarcastic. I won't even get into that right now because that's not what this video is about. But hit me back up if you don't hear back from me, okay? Because I love to be personal with you guys. And maybe I am at the point right now where I should be hiring a secretary or a personal assistant or whatever of that nature, but I don't want to, because you guys are, some of you guys are very, I want to baby you. Like, I want you to hear my voice. I want you to know I'm taking care of you. I want you to know that this is a safe place to come, and I got you. It's very important to me to service you guys like that. And plus, a lot of you guys give me private information. A lot of you guys are very open with me. I love it, I guess, because you know that I'm open with you guys. I'm very, very open. And also I'm a soul coach. And as a soul coach, I get a lot of information from people around the world who I soul coach. And you guys trust me with your information, even story time, you know, real names. I'm so confidential, I can say that. I'm not a gossiper. I'm not going to talk your business. Some guys contact me, and girls, so don't get it twisted. It's not only guys that come here, you know, to the Dominican Republic. A lot of you women come here too, looking for men. And some of you guys will contact me, and you're like, you know what, Cerise, I'm newly divorced. My wife or my husband was just, you know, a horrible person, and I just want to hang out a little bit and have fun. That's it. And you guys don't want to tell a secretary that, or private assistant that. You want to tell me that. And I want to hear that, because, you know, we giggle and we laugh together and we get to know each other. So yes, I do get busy, but that doesn't mean I'm too busy for you. That just means you need to hit me up a little bit more and just come right at me. Hey, Cerise, I left you a message. Don't take it personally, please. And also, if you hit me up like 9 o'clock at night, and then you saw me online 9 o'clock in the morning, and then 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like, and we've never spoken before. I've had this before. Someone got back to me one time, one guy, he got back to me one time, and he's like, I guess you don't want to talk to me. Oh boy, did I ever pow him with me, or what I like to say in Espanol, pow con mi boca. That means pow with my mouth. Oh boy, did I ever pow him with my mouth. I said to him, excuse me, That's not the way you talk to someone. If you want me to work with you, you better treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect. I'm busy. Don't take it personally. I'm not ignoring you. I don't know who you are. Why would you show me that you are an ass even before I meet you? Right? Excuse my language, but that's exactly what I think. When people say that to me, I'm like, what's your problem? Are you a kid or are you an adult? Like, you know? And so I've had that one time, and I told the guy that. He went on my page and he said, don't work with Cerise, she's rude. And I just let it fly. And then he left me another message on my private WhatsApp after he said that to me on my page. I'm dumb blonde, you know what I'm saying? I just played it off. And then he got back to me and he's like, so are you ready to talk to me now? And I said, bro, I was ready to talk to you, but I needed to let you know what the standards are. You don't just contact me and then assume I don't want to work with you. Like, come on, let's be adults here. And then we ended up making love on the phone. Not literally making love. I'm not talking about phone sex, but I'm talking about we exchanged love. Like after that, and we giggling and laughing, and so it was awesome. And I loved how we turned the negative into the positive. But that's because he understood that he should have came at me differently, right? So I am a very straightforward cat. You guys will know that too. One person contacted me one time and he said, I have a story for you, Cerise. And I was like, great, like for story time. And he's like, I have a story for you, Cerise. And I was like, great, you know, I'm really busy. And what I do for people, like when you want to leave a story time for me, I always say, can you please just leave it in my WhatsApp voice note? Just leave me a voice note. No one else is going to hear it. And I will get back to them when I can. Like, but this guy said to me, everyone has a story, but there's some really doozies, some real doozies, and people leave it in a voice note for me because they understand that it might take a half an hour for them to explain the story to me. This guy said to me, and I told him that, I said, just leave it in the voice note for me. And then I will, if I have any questions, I'll listen to it as I'm cooking my breakfast. I'll listen to it as I'm like walking noche. I'll listen to it on my time out, right? So if I'm talking to someone on the phone, chances are the conversation, because I've already tried it before. And chances are the conversation is going to go past an hour. And I'm not going to get the whole story, and I'm not going to make notes. If the person leaves me a voice note, I won't be able to make notes because I might be out somewhere or whatever, right? And they're talking to me on the phone about their story. Chances are, when I am listening to there's a little bit, and I can make a note there, or I can make a note in my notes on my cell phone and make a point about this and a point. It's just an easier strategy for me. And some people who have stories for story time don't like that. So what do I tell them? If you want to share your story with the world, then absolutely, I'll keep your name confidential. But you have to understand that time is essential. So this one guy said to me, oh, well, we can be adults and we can talk like adults on the phone. Oh, I pout him con mi boca. I pout him with my mouth. I told him, I'm like, I don't think it makes someone a kid when they're too busy to talk to you on the phone for an hour about your story. I think it just makes them busy. And if you really want your story out there, why not? Like, it's just fine because maybe he will one day when he realizes that he wants to get a story out, right? Lemon water. I don't drink alcohol any longer for like maybe a week. So I'm trying to lose weight. So yeah, guys, when it comes, again, on here. Atlanta, James Smith in the house. Oh, wait, let me go down a little bit more. James Smith, hola. Atlanta, Georgia. Rohawk. Hi, Miss Lady. Keep up the good work and your videos. Thank you. Yoga in la casa. When are you going to be here, bro? I know you're going to be here soon. And Mr. DKB. How about Punta Cana area? I have a connection for Punta Cana. So if you need Punta Cana, let me know. I have somebody who I'm supposed to go see next month, but I'm going to be too busy for that right now. And I really have to schedule it properly because when I go to Punta Cana, I'm going to have to find babysitters for dogs. And I don't want to go right now with Hero being so young, not unless I rent a car and, go there or whatever. So it's a little out of my way. But I do have somebody who is a professional there, a very good specialist, and he sells condos and he rents condos and villas and everything. So if you need anything, guys, when it comes to Punta Cana, let me know. I do have a connect for that. Let me see. Yoga. I need a beach condo. Yes, where? Cabarete, Sosua. Let me know what you're there is a perfect example. Yoga, sorry. What I need is your budget. What I need, when are you coming? And I need to know where you want to stay and how long you're staying for. Very important. All right. Vat Garcia, your hair is so cute, half up and down. Aw, thank you. Thanks. I got cut it recently. Of course, it doesn't look long with all the curls and stuff like that, but I'm getting used to it. It's a little healthy in the chop, right? Thank you. Michael Yoga ran out of Sosua. And then he said, what? I'm in Sosua now, let's glove up. What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna pause right now. There's a lot going on right here with vloggers. When I first came here, us vloggers, over 2 years ago, us vloggers were providing content for you guys. And some vloggers were here for different reasons. But at the end of the day, whatever their private reasons were for being here were their private reasons, okay? My private reason was coming here to edit my book. I ended up getting into a relationship, I ended up staying, and I ended up doing business here. And that's a whole other story I may tell one day, and I just haven't gotten myself there yet. I was going to do it when I was here for a year, 6 months, and then I was going to do it when I was here for 9 months, and then I was going to do it when I was here for a year, and I hit the 2-year mark, and I don't know why. I just haven't told my whole story yet, but it's coming, and it's so simple, right? But my YouTube channel is to provide content for you guys that want to do the same thing. I'm a soul coach, and I want to provide content for you guys to change your life, transform your soul. Some of you guys can actually do that. Some of you guys are retired, and some of you live a monotonous life in the country that you live in, and you want to come here, and you want to be safe, you want to be happy, and that's what us vloggers provide. I'm pretty sure there's some people that talk about my relationship issues, but you know what? I provide that information myself freely and openly, and I share everything with you guys because that's just what I do. I'm a soul coach, and I'm not going to sit here and expect you to bear your soul to me, and I'm not going to do the same. And anywhere around the world, any of my clients, you guys all know Jay's still on my lap, and I just have to cross my legs on the other side. So, you guys, and heroes walking around in the background. So you guys that are now hearing a lot on the internet about other vloggers, I don't know, I really don't think it's cool. I'm not knocking anyone's channel at all. I've seen a couple of videos where people are putting down other people that have provided very good content. I had one person make a comment on one of my videos today, and they said, Cerise, I used to like your channel, but now with your live to airs with all these guys that come here for sex and for prostitutes, I don't like, they're passing comments about how I'm on my Cerise's corner. I have people who, like guys, that have prostitution experience here, working girls experience. That's none of my business who they sleep with. That's none of my business what they do in their bedroom. I'm talking to them about business. I'm talking to them about what services that they have to offer for you guys. What they want to do in their private life and where they want to spend their money on this island is none of my business. It's legal. Prostitution is legal here. Now, should the women get paid more money? I think so. And it's not just because I'm a woman, but I think that if the women could raise the prices, they would. Should they get paid more money? Absolutely. They're giving a piece of their soul away every time they, do that. Like, but I have no opinions about how much more money they should get or when they should start getting it or anything of that nature. Again, it's none of my business. If I have any of those guys on my channel, it's because they're providing content about the businesses that they're opening, the services that they have to offer, and it's not about competition, because most of the services I also offer, and I can give that information about their businesses quite easily myself, because I know how to open a business here. I had a restaurant here on Pedro Posante 3 months after getting here, right? So I know all that, but I just want variety for you guys. And so I'm not like, oh, should I have this person on? They sleep with women. No, it's none of my business. And I'm not about to judge anybody's actions, because there's a little saying in the Bible. It says, do not pick the speck out of someone else's eye when you have a log in your eye. All of us have issues. All of us have something, some kind of a downfall, little things that go through our brain, and little judgments that we have, and our own little quirks when the doors are closed, and the bedrooms, and, you know, to the walls, to the ceilings, to the floors. So we're all a little bit different. And you know what? At the end of the day, we should be focusing on our own health. I have a health scare right now. I'm not going to talk about what it is, but I will share it with you guys once I get to a doctor on Monday. Yeah, a doctor on Monday. I mean, in December, I had vitamin B12 deficiency. I couldn't even get off my couch for 2 weeks, but I ended up finding out it was B12, and I ended up having to inject myself with B12 shots. I had to go and buy the serum in the pharmacy and a needle and inject it in my butt, in my leg, or in my shoulder. Okay, and then recently I've been getting very dizzy. It has nothing to do with how busy I am. Recently I've been getting very dizzy, and like laying down, and you lay in your bed and your head spins. It only happens for a second. But I went to the doctor, and I was on iron. When it comes to that, when health is something very serious, I don't want to talk about other people's business. You know, I just want to talk about services that they offer to help you guys get here to live a life that is worth living. The other day I saw a vlogger, and I'm not calling him down. So I saw him, okay? I saw him here in Cabarete. And when he said, hi, Cerise, I looked at him, and I play. I'm always playing. I'm a person that loves to play games. So anyway, I said to him, let me see these messages here. Hold on one second. I went off on a whole tangent. I'm not even talking about rent any longer, but I just want to just put this in there because I don't want people fighting. And when they should be thinking about the Dominican Republic and how fortunate we are to come here, and that the Dominican Republic accepts us here and allows us to have these vloggers and allows us to bring people in. Okay, we don't want to trash it. We don't want to be less than who we are, right? But there's one vlogger, he says to me, I said to him, he goes, hi, Cerise. And I was like, I gave him like a little look, right? And he's like, you don't know me? And I'm like, no, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I know who he is, right? I met him like a year and a half ago in Puerto Plata, and on the Malecon, and I was with Russell, and there was like 9 people deep, and there was probably about 5 vloggers, right? Maybe 4 vloggers, right? And so he was new here at the time, I think, because I didn't really hear too much about him. And he's like, you don't know me? You don't watch my channel? No, you don't watch my videos? And I'm like, that turned me off right there for a second, because I don't like to be judgmental, but I would never say that. I'm so surprised when people recognize me on the street. I'm so surprised when people are like, I watch your videos. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I'm so humbled, right? But he's like, you don't watch my videos? And I said, I know who you are. And no, I don't watch your channel, right? I'm also very straightforward. I don't watch his channel. And I don't watch many channels. I don't watch many channels unless he sends me a link and he's like, hey, Cerise, check out this video because it's informative. Or if you guys send me a link, I'll watch it, right? Because you guys do help me out. Keith, there's a guy named Keith, and also Steven. A lot of you guys have my back, and you guys send me really cool videos. And there's another video guy, I call him video guy, but I forget his name now. And you guys will send me links, and a lot of you guys have added me to underground groups as well. I call them underground groups, but what they are is WhatsApp groups. And there's mostly men in these WhatsApp groups because, you know, mostly men come here in Sosua throughout the year, but I'm a part of these groups, and they're very good groups. There's a lot of informative information, like informative topics that are spoken about. A lot of intelligent men in these WhatsApp groups. And I always try to make a point. There's one group called Food for Thought, Michael. I love that group. Holy macaroni. And also Mac. Max Barbershop WhatsApp. I love that group too. And the reason why is because there's so much information that they share. And at any point in time, I can just open it up and just get a little tidbit of knowledge, and it's so exciting. And that's what I love. All of us, when we come together and we are providing information. Now, so this one vlogger, he was like, you don't watch my channel? And I said, no. I said, I do know who you are. How could I not know who you are? I met you. I don't forget. I even saw you on the street like last year. But I don't watch your channel. And then I said, but I do want to bring you on my live to air. If you want to come on my live to air and you can talk to people about what you do. He does a lot what I do too. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I don't watch your channel either. My head was spinning. I must have looked so like whatever, and he's like, I don't watch your channel either. I'm very busy too, Cerise. I have this business and I have that business. And I was like, whoa, Charlie, like, whoa. I didn't say that to him. I didn't say, whoa, Charlie. I'm like you. I'm busy like you. And he and I was like, okay, well, anyway, you let me know. And he's like, yeah, I'll let you know. And that type of platform is not cool. Like other people, like and then he said to me, yeah, I don't watch your channel. And I don't expect him to watch my channel, but I don't know why he said that. But he's like, I don't even watch my friend's channel. My friend is my really good friend, and I don't even watch his channel. There's only 3 people that I watch. I'm like, okay. And there was no need for that bitchiness. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say that again, because you guys know I don't swear a lot. I don't use foul words a lot, but that was a bitch. I'm sorry if you're watching this or if someone else is telling you about this and they're telling you to watch it, but it's my real opinion. And twice, one time on Malecon, I was with my ex-boyfriend, and I didn't want to, we were going through a really bad breakup, and we were still trying to, break up, and so this vlogger, he didn't know me very well, so he said, but he videoed me without my permission. And he said, I heard him in the background behind me, and he's like, with his video, and he's like, and there is Cerise and blah, blah, blah. And I turned around and I looked at him and I said, are you filming me? And he said, yes. And I said, come here. And I went over to him and I looked at I turned his hand and I looked at the video, and I could see that myself and my ex was on the video. And I said, where's your delete button? And he was like, what? And I deleted it. And I said, don't film me without my permission. That's my ex and I. We're going through something right now. You don't go and just film me and put it on your channel like that. That's not cool. And he's like, what? And that was it. We didn't talk much more about that, but I wasn't rude to him. I giggled about it the whole time. And he's like, wow, you're a boss. And I'm like, I'm not a boss. It's my business. And I'm straightforward. And then when I saw him, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't even remember half the days, right? I mentioned that to him. And he was like, oh. And then I saw him last year on the street, and I was just, getting some decorations for my house and some pillows and stuff. And I was on Pedro Placente at the time. I was living in Sosua, and I was on Pedro Placente walking really fast up the street trying to get my stuff to my apartment that I just bought off a Haitian woman on the street. Really good deal, all in my head, thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna put the pink with the white with the apartment. And he's like, Cerise! And I turned around and I looked and I'm like, oh hey. And he's like, it's me. And he ran up to me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, how you doing? I said, pretty good. Just, got this stuff here on my way home. I had some pillows in my hand. And he's like, you're really bossy, aren't you? And I was like, I guess. I don't know if that's what you think about me. I think I'm just a straightforward person. And he's like, I think I know why you're bossy. And I was like, why? And he's like, because you've probably been through so much in life that now you just don't give a shit. Excuse my language, and you just tell people what to do. And I'm thinking in my head, I don't think I've been through that much in life. Could be that I'm a Sagittarius, that I'm just so straightforward. It could be that I was a young mom. I had my first kid when I was 17 years old, and so I'm used to directing people. It could be that I'm a business owner, and I've had my business most of my life. And as a soul coach, I cut things down for people, you know, and I'm just straightforward. I don't know what it is, but you don't go up to someone on the street and say, "You're bossy." I was just like, what? So I said that to him yesterday, and he said to me, "Oh, get off that. Get off that. Get off that. I'm not on it." I was just saying to him, I said, "Do you remember when you stopped me in the street and you said that?" Like, because it was so ridiculous, right? But I guess that's his personality. But I still invited him on my live to air and on my Cerise's Corner for you guys, not for me. He can call me boss all he wants. He can think that I'm a bitch all he wants or whatever. But I was trying to get him on Cerise's Corner because he has some valuable information, I'm sure, that he could share with you guys. And not only that, it could help promote his channel as well. Not that he needs my promotion at all. And not that I was trying to get on his channel at all, because that's not what it's reached. That might not know the other vloggers here, and some pretty heavy vloggers or new vloggers, or even people that don't even have their vlog, right? People who are coming here and living their life. So I felt that that was a little, there was tension, if you will, unnecessary tension. And that's the stuff that we need to stop here as vloggers. We need to just, if you don't want to come together and you don't want to be like everyone come together as one and offer as much information to you guys who are coming here, then that's fine. Everyone has their own channel for a different reason. But at least let's not badger everyone, at least not beat up everyone. Let's be fortunate that the Dominican Republic has provided a platform for us to be able to have a voice and to be able to provide services for you guys that are coming here. You know, whenever I see a vlogger, like a Dominican vlogger, throwing it down, I'm very happy for them, especially if they just started and they're doing very well, because I'm like, shouts out, like hugs and kisses and love, because this is their country. And so many of us vloggers are here and we have our platform here. Why shouldn't more Dominicans own their own channel? I think it's awesome when they do that, and especially if it's a way for them to get some type of more standard of living in their life. So all I'm saying is, I don't think anyone is ran out of anywhere. Yoga cannot be ran out of Sosua. Maybe some people are talking badly over some gossip, and he got himself caught in something that I really don't know, or maybe someone else got caught up, or I don't know. I'm not around the guys enough to know that. I get invited out by a lot of the guys to a lot of the parties and a lot of the events and stuff like that, but I don't go to them because a lot of the times it's like wet t-shirt contests for women, or it's events that I'm just not into, and I'm sleeping at night, right? So I'm not really a person that goes out to too many parties. I have been to parties here and stuff like that, but not really too many events. I'll go to karaoke, Sosua Lights when it was open, and I only went to Classicos once, just before quarantine, and just after quarantine when it reopened, and then everything got closed back down again. And where's the other place that I would go to and dance? I forget now, right? But I'm not really a person. I love dancing, and I will just throw down wherever I am, even if it's in the street. I'll sing and dance. I'm not a shy person, but I feel like, you know, I don't really do a lot of the guy hanging out stuff. But I know a lot of the vloggers here, and I have respect for all of them and for what they do. And no, I don't get caught up in a lot of their channels, and some of them I haven't even subscribed yet. The reason why is because I just don't have time to watch their videos. Nowadays that I been spending more time in the house and working online a lot and everything of that nature, due to just kind of keeping it low, I'm going to start, you know, watching some of the videos and just to see what they're all about. That's all. Not to judge or not to, you know, even like pass comment, really. Sometimes I will, even in the underground groups on WhatsApp, I sometimes won't even comment. And look how much I love to talk. Sometimes I just let other people do the talking, and I learn. So what I'm saying is that you guys who do a lot of research online, and you guys who do watch a lot of us vloggers, you guys are probably seeing right now a different influx of vloggers coming in, and there's a lot of guys that are coming in. I want to give shouts out to some of the women, Norbis and Made from Energy. Made from Energy is a young girl in Santo Domingo. She's doing her thing, and I'm very proud of her. I've never met her in person, but she hit me up on WhatsApp, and she's like, hey girl, I'm gonna be in Sosua. We didn't meet up or anything like that, but the other day somebody made a video about the 3 top women vloggers. Carter, oh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but someone Carter, and he said the 3 top vloggers in Dominican Republic, in his opinion, were Made from Energy, myself, and Norbis. And so she messaged me on WhatsApp, and she sent me the link, right? That's called togetherness. That is called respect. Her and I have never met together. Shouts out, sweetheart. You know, her and I have never met in person. We've had a couple of conversations through voice note on WhatsApp. And she hit me up to let me know about this video. This is what I'm talking about, togetherness. We are all here as foreigners, most of us are who are vloggers. We're all here as foreigners. And for us to beat up on each other for what someone's doing and stuff like that, especially if it's not illegal, and especially if it's not hurting anyone, like the whole Miko worldwide thing. Yeah, I even jumped on that bandwagon because I was like, no, like none of us should be cool with this, and all of us should come together and say something. None of us really knew it was going on for sure, but then when we did find out, most of us put 2 and 2 together, and we shared what our experience was with him, you know. But all of us here, we really do need to come together, which brings me to I got a WhatsApp message from my buddy James, and he watched one of my videos, and he sent me a whole list of people for emergency contacts, because he heard in one of my videos that I want like video about Sean, my friend that died on the Pasola here in an accident in Sosua, and he heard that I want to start getting people's next of kin. So if anything happens to anyone here, we can contact their family. We can all be one family together here, you know. And I think that's one of the most fairest things that we can do, really, at the end of the day, have each other's back. We're not going to like everyone. There's a little saying, I think Bob Marley was the one that used to say it, you can't please all the people all the time, just some of the people some of the time. And I don't try to please everyone. And I'm aware that there are some people out there who don't like me, and then some people out there who do like me. And the ones that don't like me tell me. And he stopped me. And he's like, Cerise, you know, I watch your channel. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And he's like, I like you now. I like you now, but I have a couple of guy friends, they don't like you. And I'm like, okay, thanks. But thank you. I didn't need to know that, but if you had a need to tell me that, that's cool. I receive it. And that was it. So there are going to be people out there that aren't going to like us. There's going to be people, there's probably some I really don't care for, but it is what it is. And as a person who's in the public eye myself, I understand that nobody can be perfect all the time, you know. It just is what it is. So I just want to say that, and I didn't mean to go out. Whoa, the electricity went out. It's pure darkness here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's just too dark. Where's my door? So the electricity goes out here, and that's another thing that I sacrificed. Yes, there's nothing in the street. And that's another thing that I sacrificed here to have a place at cheaper rent, and that is an inverter. So when the electricity goes out, I don't have 24-hour electricity. Noche, Ben. I don't have 24-hour electricity here. If you want to get a low budget apartment, chances are you're not going to have electricity either when it goes out. So I'm just trying to feel my way through to my bedroom so I can go out on my balcony to see if there's any like, except for the hotel over there. If you guys can see the hotel over there, hold on. See the hotel? Can you guys see the light in the distance? I don't know if it's getting choppy now, but that is a hotel, and it's like a resort hotel. So they have an inverter. They have electricity that automatically turns back on when the electricity goes out. But and that's going more towards the expat way. That's going to more towards the circuit. They call it the center, called the circuit, circuit Cabarete, or Cabarete center. And that's going more towards more of the expats, meaning foreigner area. But if I turn the camera, because you're going more into the native area, meaning more, there's no 24-hour electricity, or an inverter, which maybe this is my sign now to just kind of sign out and get undressed, and try to get a shower in. But this does happen. So one thing about the luxury apartments, when you do get a luxury apartment, you will have an inverter. When you get an apartment, there's some for like 350, one bedroom. You're going to get everything, like your Wi-Fi, your cable, flat screen TV, and everything like that, and an inverter where you will have 24-hour electricity. The reason why the electricity went out right now is because it has been raining a little bit lately. Yesterday was a little bit of a rainy day. I think it was yesterday, and also the day before. So, it just happens, but it really doesn't happen enough to say that it happens a lot. And, oh, hold on. You guys can see me a little bit with the light coming. There we go. Hola! There's some trucks coming now. So that's another thing that I would like to get here as well, an inverter. So hot water. I mean, I do want to make sure that I do have 24-hour electricity. It's not like I'm trying to rough it in the campo, but I also do want to make sure that I have my hot water. That's what I want the most. I can deal without the 24-hour electricity. I really can. I want it, but I can deal without it. It's just a sacrifice for a cheap rent, right? And I can buy an inverter. I can buy an inverter for 10,000 pesos, which is 200 bucks. So again, and it's not going to take a lot. So don't be afraid. If you're coming here long term, don't be like, oh my gosh, no electricity, holy smoly, macaroni. Don't say that to yourself. Just be like, okay, I'm going to get myself an inverter. Where do I buy it, Cerise? Don't be like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with the internet. Go buy it. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with the hot water. If you're here for a long term and you want to have a cheap place, go buy it. Like, you can get these things very, very easily. Let me look at some of your mess in the kitchen. Okay, I have an extra pair here. Hold on. I just need to find them on my bed. Bear with me, guys. I just want to read some of your questions before I go. So yeah, you guys, no more fighting, please. Please, it's not even worth it. We're not here to fight online. We're here to help people get themselves together. That's what we're here to do. All right, let's see here. Ooh! I have a different pair of glasses on. All kinds of lights coming out. Look. Are they here too? You can't really see too much. Okay, let me answer some of these questions without the glare. Okay. Michael Milken. So we're not here to do all that. We're here to love up and to live in paradise with peace and not, poison. Jay Smith, would you get me a house for 600 pounds? It's 600 pounds. I can get you something like that. I could a house for 1,000. I could definitely do that. A nice house. I can get you a house in Sosua or Cabarete if you want to. Again, if you want to do the low cost house and get your own electricity, I can get you something for like 500, half of what you're asking me. Okay, Anderson Pierre. Hi, Cerise. How you doing today? Oh, I'm doing good, sweetheart. I had a busy day today. Mayor Sosua in the house. Well, hello. Shouts out to you. Oh, look at Mayor on my line here telling Smith to hit him up. Shouts out to you, Mayor. The real boxing fan. Oh, I got your email about the rental inquiry. I got your email and I will get back to you. My laptop is where I usually check my emails on because I like to just type on my laptop to emails because emails I can't leave voice notes, and that's why I like to use WhatsApp because I can answer all of you guys very quickly with a voice note. I can just be like blah 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 blah. Those of you who are always using WhatsApp, you know how easy it is just to communicate that way. But when it comes to email, it means I have to get on my laptop. Well, I can answer through my cell phone, but it's just a little tedious and all that. So I will answer emails usually every 24 hours or whatever. What's wrong, Noche? Noche's crying, but where's Hero? Hero's not crying. Hero's Rocky Balboa, I gotta tell you. So I will answer it. I'm so sorry. I will answer it, the real boxing fan. I definitely a different email address. So that's all. I just got to lock down. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to be in the house all day tomorrow. I'm not going out to work tomorrow. Ed Harvey. Hello, Cerise. Great to see you. Average price, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, no furniture. Puerto Plata. Thanks. Okay, so there's another question, guys, that is really difficult to answer. When you guys say to me, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, it means absolutely nothing to me because I can give you a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, unfurnished, and Puerto Plata furnished. So when you say how much, it depends. I can get you one in the back in the barrio for $200 a month. A house here in Cabarete. Right now, there's one just behind where I live, and it's $200 a month, like just 1,000 pesos a month. And it's a 2 bedroom house, and it comes with hot water, everything. But it is want that. The electricity is not coming back on. Those are just cars coming. And some of you guys are not going to want that, right? So when you ask me for a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, you have to say to me, Cerise, this is my budget. And this is what my wish list is. I want air conditioning. I want cable. I want it completely furnished. And then I work with you and I can give you a roundabout average. I can say, okay, for that wish list, you're looking at around this price. But when you just bring out 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it depends on area, it depends on budget, and it also depends on but I can get you 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom in Sosua, everything included for 650 in Sosua, and that's in Puerto Plata. I can get you something in Puerto Plata as well, in a nice little area for 600. A woman the other day told me that one was going for 800, and she told me she would go down to 650 for one of my clients. So there you go, like a landlord, and she's a very well-known landlord here from a very big family in Puerto Plata. I won't say the name, but she was letting a client in. So you see, that's where the break comes, when someone knows that I'm going to be using their place a lot more. Here comes the Popo. Popo is coming. Let me show you Popo. I don't know if they're going to be coming. See their lights flashing? So, that's Popo. The police, sorry. For those of you who live in the hood, you know who the Popo is. Popo is just a little short form for police. But the police go up and down the street all the time. When I am in my bed and I'm doing some work on the laptop, nighttime, I always see the flashing lights. There's all police going up and down the street at nighttime. And it's because there's 3 different forms of police and they're always looking out on the roads. So that's another reason why I tell you guys it's very safe. 3 bedroom, 3 bath, and pool, 550. I'm winning. You're in Playa Perla Marina. But come on, don't tell the people that you can get them a 3 bedroom and a 3 bath for 550 with a pool for everyone. You have to give them the average price. You don't want people to be hitting you up and saying, okay, I want that, and getting people excited. It doesn't make sense. So yes, you have that for yourself and you got that for yourself, but you really have to, keep it real. That's a winner. And I need a 6-month rental. Absolutely. You just let me know and I will definitely. Torre Alta, real boxing fan. So Torre Alta, for those guys, for those of you who know, Torre Alta is located in Puerto Plata. Beautiful, beautiful residential area. A lot of expats are buying there, building there, renting there, selling there, and it is building up quite rapidly. And 2 years ago when I went out there, or a year and a half ago when I went out there, I was able to get a house out there, like a 3-bedroom house, no pool or anything, but a 3-bedroom house for $500, and a 2-story, very grand, like very huge cathedrals, very beautiful houses. I went Estenza, I think it's called Estenenza or something, is another place that you guys can go to. So there are really good options in Puerto Plata. The electricity is out, guys, for those of you who are just joining. Okay, let me see. James Eason. Hello, Rubia. How is everything? Is curfew over with? No, James. Curfew is not over with. But they extended it. I don't know how long they extended it for, but they gave us a few more hours to the day. So Monday to Friday, we go in at 9 o'clock at night now, and we can leave the house at 5 o'clock in the morning. On Saturday and Sunday, we have until 7 o'clock at night to get in the house, and 5 o'clock in the morning is when we can go out. And, they said that if everyone abides by the rules like social distancing and masks and going in the house at the time that they're supposed to, then they will, well, they didn't say they'll go to the next days. They said if people don't listen, then we're going back to how we were before, where it is 7 o'clock on weekdays and 5 o'clock on weekends. So yes, we still are in curfews, and 5 o'clock on weekends. So yes, we still are in curfew. But I think that's going to stop soon, hopefully. And this car that's coming very, very slowly, I'm going to wait. Lights are in my eyes. Okay, here we go. I'm using the data on my cell phone, by the way. Are you guys able to hear me well? Itinerary varies. I'm going to contact for a pickup from Santo Domingo Airport. All right, sounds good. The Real Boxing Fan, 2-bedroom, Torre Alta area, $750, $850. Oh, definitely. Douglas and Cerise. Muy bien, muy bien. Bien. I should say bien. I always get caught up on the muy. Bien. Okay, hold on. These where I can read. There's all kinds of cars coming now. And the reason why they're moving so slowly is because it's all... Hold on, there's a couple more cars coming. Oh! One car just took the other car over. Don't want to be doing that in pitch dark. Okay, Douglas. Be there in 3 weeks, staying for 2 months while I look for a permanent apartment or condo for that you're moving here in 2021. That's just like months away. Hey, hold on, guys. Here comes some cars again. Oh, moto. Now here comes another. Oh, this is a luxury model vehicle. Very nice lights. So, proper dramas over there, and I'm hoping when I leave Thailand for New York, I can return to Thailand quickly without going to the DR for longer than 6 months to wait for re-entry. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Um, but yeah, uh, even Toronto right now, or Canada, I should say, once you leave, when you go back, you have to stay in the house for 2 weeks. You have to quarantine yourself. So yeah. Douglas Anderson, I gotta have an inverter. I feel you, brother, right now. Oh, wait, the electricity. Oh, the electricity's on. Woohoo! The electricity on, guys. Ooh, my eyes got to get used to all the electricity. Hold on. How about I do this? Let me go back out on the balcony, but I'll just turn the light on in my bedroom. How about that? There we go. How my eyes get used to not being in so much darkness. All right, let me see here. Let me put on these glasses and see what else is going on. Okay, this reminded me to put my list of apartment condo features. Nice. Isaac, we can hear you, but can't see you. The electricity was out. Now the electricity is back on. And I'm very happy when the electricity is on. That's a good thing. But as you can see, I was not scared, here. And it is what it is. You didn't hear anybody screaming in the streets. You didn't hear anyone doing anything funky or fancy. And look, my window was even open. There we go. Lock it up. Lock it up, lock it up. I'm gonna let you guys go in a minute. I was supposed to do that already before, right? But where's Hero? I just scraped my flip-flop on my cupboard here and reminded me of a little baby crying. Hero! No, Jay, where's Hero? Hero! Hero! He'll come. I call him. Oh, he's right here. Look at him. Little guy. It was dark in here. Noche and I are on the balcony, and he's just here. He's such a tough guy. He's a hero. Yes. Oh, he's got a little sneeze there. Okay, so yeah, guys, put in your wish list. Come on, have a good time, and just relax. Okay, this is getting kind of long now. Street Smarts, looking to get set up to work remotely from the north side of the DR in New York presently. Who would you say has the fastest internet in that area? Thanks. Oof, very good question, Street Smarts. Bueno. Okay. You have a lot of options, especially in your house. I have had I've used all services here, so I can honestly say I've used Claro, that's Claro, and I have used Delancer, that's D, capital D, small e, capital Lancer, Delancer, Claro, and those are the two main in-home services. Delancer doesn't have, as far as I know, they don't have internet on for cell phone. They are primarily for your home, and they are through your home, and they are through your phone jack. Okay, and then you have Claro that comes to your home, and they put a satellite dish on your roof. Now, I preferred, and it totally depends on the people, because I've heard so many different things, but I'm just speaking from my own opinion. I had a lot of issues with Claro when it rained. I don't know if it was the guy that set it up. He didn't know what he was doing, but there were times when I could not WhatsApp Like, I don't know why my WhatsApp was not working. I couldn't do voice notes. It was just really weird. And so that was with Claro. Claro, I found, was also, the prices were competitive. You can get it for like 900 pesos a month, which is 1,000 pesos a month for your home phone, and also for not for cable, but for internet. And then if you pay a little bit more, you can, like, I think 40 bucks a month, you can get cable, home phone, and internet. So that's a good deal with them, but it depends on where you are, and it really depends on. I called Claro and complained. They were on it. They came right away. The guy came right back. And the guy also gave me his private cell phone number to be able to call him on his private cell if it didn't work again. And it didn't work again, and it kept going on. And it happened about 4 times until I decided that I was just going to leave them. Because I really need internet, as most of you guys do when you come here. You really do need your internet. And so it's not that I'm not Claro, it's just I had a better experience with De Lancer. De Lancer goes through your phone jack, your phone cable in your wall, and they're pretty good, and I had no issues with them. And that was in Sosua. I had Claro in Charamicos, Los Charamicos, in Sosua as well, but let me be more specific. I had De Lancer when I was in Albate. That's the center of Sosua. And I really like De Lancer. Now I don't have De Lancer, and I don't have Claro. This is what I use. Remember I was telling you guys that you can get your own little internet box? This is what it looks like. It's right here. See it? That's an internet box. And here's the plug for it. You just plug and play. And I love it. I can take it wherever I want to go. It's 20 bucks a month. And you can't go wrong. It's really good service. I'm not using it right now. I'm using the data in my cell phone. Clearly, because when the electricity went out, that would have went out as well, because you plug it in. And so will any internet go out when the electricity goes out. I believe so, because when the electricity goes out, the internet doesn't work. So, but it will on your cell phone. So I use Altice solamente, only. I use Altice on my cell phone, on both of my Dominican phone numbers, and I top up every few days whenever I remember, whatever. It costs 100 pesos, which is $2 for 3 days, and you get unlimited internet for those days, and I have no problem with Altice at all. Some people, Claro not only has internet service in the house with satellite dish, it also has cell phone service. De Lancer, as far as I know, doesn't have cellular phone internet, okay? But Claro and Altice, those are the 2 major competitors here. You also have Viva, but a lot of people don't talk about that one. So Claro, C-L-A-R-O, or Altice, A-L-T-I-C-E, they are the competitors here, and they both charge the same. There's really no packages that, well, they do have packages. It's, for instance, if I'm not topped up that day, if I go into like a restaurant that I like and they have internet, I can still use internet on my cell phone and everything of that nature, right? So again, to answer your question, Claro you have, and Altice. I would say Google, see if you can get any information about them. But for me, I would say start with the lowest budget. You guys know I love my budgets, right? Start with the lowest budget possible first. And that would definitely be Altice. Without Altice, convenient, right? Because again, you just go there and you don't have to give. If you go to Claro or De Lancer, it's actually tedious getting set up. The reason why is because you have to give $100 down payment, 5,000 pesos. It was like this 2 years ago anyway, and a year ago. You have to give a $100 down payment, and then you have to wait 3 days for them to come to your house to install it. Sometimes they show up the next day, but very rare, and but it's possible, and then you have to wait for them to install it. But this little bad boy right here, you just go into Altice, you buy it, you take it home, and you plug it in, and you're good to go. Deposit, you pay $20 down payment, and they give it to you, and you tell them what you want. Now, I have the lowest form of service because I just wanted to see what the lowest rate would be. Again, penny pinching, I like to save money. So that's what I got, and I'm happy with it. But there's some people that need a lot more streaming because they're doing a lot more serious, like internet kind of broadband they need. So they may need the higher version of it. So do your research, and Claro does not offer this box. So, Claro is a little bit more expensive as well. And also there's this other little internet thing that you can get. It is about this big. And it's like the size of a pager from back in the day. If you guys remember pagers from back in the day. So, and if you don't, then you're young. But now pagers, it's about the size of a pager. You can put it in your back pocket. You charge it like with an Android charger cord in the wall, and you can get that, and that can be used with many devices. And I used that when I first came here to upload videos on my laptop, upload videos and that is topped up the same way you would top up your cell phone. So you can get like 3 days for 100 pesos, or you can get, I think, 5 days for 150 pesos, or you can get 10 days for 500 pesos. 500 pesos is $10. 150 pesos is $3. 100 pesos is $2. Okay, so sorry. I got some lime on my lips. So when it comes to internet, you do have your options here, but it really depends on what it is that you like. Now, most of the places here that are in the residential area, they will offer Wi-Fi. And one of the places that I stayed at, the Wi-Fi kept going out. So I was just better off topping up my cell phone at the time. And the cell phone is what I'm using right now. And it's good. I like it actually just as much as I did when I was in Toronto. It's a lot cheaper here. It actually makes me feel like, how come Toronto was so expensive? It was ridiculous. Like for a cell phone bill every month, it was sometimes over $100. Why? And here I can, top up for 10 days, 500 pesos, which is $10 American. Right, so it's $30 at the end of the month, pretty much, if you're topping up every 10 days, and it's only 500 pesos. That's 10, 20, 30. $30 is the most you're going to spend with your pay as you go. And how come in Canada it's so expensive? It's ridiculous. That's one thing that I realized. Okay, they were just gouging, and for no reason. So you're gonna find when you come here that things are priced cheaper, like less expensive, and you'll ask yourself why, how do they do it? Well, they do it with common sense. Then you have places like big metropolitan cities that are just robbing people, just pillaging their pockets, and it's just not cool. All right, let's look at okay. Don't you need a plethora of batteries with the inverter? You do need a lot of batteries, but it depends. Like for instance, when the electricity goes out here, usually there is a time for it to go out. At first, when I first got here, it was a Tuesday once a month, and it would go out from like 8 o'clock in the morning until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was just, they were just doing something with the electricity or whatever. They were preserving it in certain areas, I guess. I really don't know, but it hasn't done that for a while. And so that's the longest that it would go out. But now when it goes out, it's like how it was now, like maybe about 20 minutes, and it's usually only with rain. And it's not very often at all, not at all. But now if you get an inverter, then it depends on how many batteries that you have to make it strong, right? Because some inverters, they only last for 3 hours. And if there is a real power outage where in the area some power lines went down and everything of that nature, and the electricity company, Adenorte, it's called, Adenorte is the electrical place here. If they're trying to fix it in your area and it's taking a few hours, more than 3 hours, then your inverter is going to go out. So it really depends on how strong your inverter is. I've heard of inverters lasting 3 hours. I've heard of inverters lasting longer. So it depends on how many batteries you have in your inverter. So guys, speaking about inverters, I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm going to take a shower since the electricity's back on. I'm sweating a little bit here. And I'm going to enjoy this Friday night. I'm going to drink some more lemon water and enjoy. Okay, guys, you enjoy yourself too. Thank you for listening. Remember, there are low budget places that you can get, but you're going to have to sacrifice. There is a way that you can get apartments from 250 all the way up. And then, of course, there's apartments that you can get luxury as well. There are gems like what Mikey was talking about, and there are gems where you can get, and they are few and far between, but it's not impossible. And sometimes they're a little older. Sometimes you have to sign a year lease. Sometimes, you know, you have to pay 3 months rent, even like first, last, and secure getting around here. When it comes to low budget, you're a lady in a Lebanon. Yeah, it is, Isaac, it is. It is. I mean, when the electricity went out right now, I was just like, oh, it's dark. The first thing I did was open my door to look down to see if the road was dark. And I wasn't scared or nervous, went out on my balcony. For those of you who haven't come yet and you're still trying to make up your mind, give me a shout, because I do consultations and I can let you know the who, when, what, where, why, and how. You know, if you like noises and you like the city, then I can put you somewhere where you'll really love it. Or if you just want the countryside, I can put you somewhere where it's going to be safe and you'll really love it as well. You know, it's a very beautiful country. This island is filled with a lot of culture, good food, good hearts, wonderful souls. Oh my gosh. And look at my two loves of my life, this one and Noche's at the bottom. You know, it's a really normal life here. And even, I don't even want to say normal, it's above par. It's really beautiful here. But yeah, just to wrap up about luxury as well, if you guys want, you can get something with your private pool out there very cheap as well. But you also, when it comes to a pool, you also have to make sure that you put in account the costs for the pool supplies, the chemicals, and also pool man. Now, if you're or pool woman, if you're a person that knows how to take care of your own pool, then you got it made in the shade, or you got it in the sun, you know, and it would be really good for you, I think, to actually get your place. I was going to rent a place before for 500 in La Mulata, a 2-bedroom and a private pool. It was beautiful, but I decided not to, because it would have taken a lot of work to keep with the upkeep with the pool. Then I also had to pay for extra for garbage removal and for water to be delivered from Puerto Plata. So that's the reason why I didn't take that particular house. But it doesn't mean that every place you have to pay for water, and it doesn't mean every place you have to pay for garbage pickup, but sometimes it is required. I think if you're in a gated community as well, sometimes you have to pay other maintenance fees if you own. There's all different little rules and regulations, but when you guys are ready, you give me a shout. Remember, the most important things that I need to know is when you're coming, so you have to have your flight booked, obviously, or if you live here already, you just have to let me know what date that you want to take over the place, and also what your budget is and what you're looking for, and what type of area, what your wish list is. Are you willing to, or is this a must? You need 24-hour electricity, you need hot water, you need Wi-Fi, and you need TV, cable, and everything like that. Because remember, you might be saying to yourself right now, yes, I need all that, but you can get it on your own and pay for it a lot cheaper. So you can still get that low budget place and then just go get everything else on your own, especially if you're here long term. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Huh? Okay, guys, I'm gonna let him down again. I'm gonna go to sleep soon. But I just want to say that I love you very much, and big blessings to you. Huge hugs. Don't be afraid. It's a safe place here, and just know that there's a lot of differences in cost and where you're staying. You can get a beautiful place out in Gaspar Hernandez, for instance, out in the countryside where it's very, very safe. Great house. And oh my gosh, there was one house out there, 3 bedrooms, unfurnished though, and it was $100 a month. I was like, wow, I was gonna rent that out just to rent it out to someone else. You know what I mean? Just to have it for you guys when you come. Just because I didn't want to, let it go. It was such a cute place, but I do that a lot. I think about renting out that place, renting out this place, and just having places for you guys when you come. But I can't get involved in all that because then obviously I have to manage the place. I have to make sure it's whole other can of worms. But definitely there are places, lots of options where you guys can feel comfortable, feel safe, and save your money. Okay, mwah. I love you. Bye bye.